We are live. Hello, chat. That is non-existent. I didn't make this stream beforehand. I didn't even make a poll today, did I? Yikes, I am off my game. That's because I was trying to put this stupid poll plans video out in the middle of the day. That is nearly through the middle of the month. No, it's not. It's the 5th. It's just, it feels like the middle of the month because we have a week from content from tonight until Garland for some odd reason. On time? Never on time. Hello, Grand Ruby.
We have a best.
We do. Wait, we do have Abyss in between. I forgot. Oh.
Yeah, you should watch. This dude released a video on the calendar, like the May calendar and their poll plans. He just posted it like an hour ago. It's definitely a good video. You should check it out. Definitely talks about Abyss.
Listen. I talked about Abyss and didn't know when it was. All right.
You said that it came between Mog and Garland.
Hey, listen. Listen. Yo, he's on time. Y'all need to leave me alone. But yes, this is the ranting hour where we rant for at least an hour, usually more, but erring on the side of less lately because I've been getting throttled by work. We have a drunk Mino, an exhausted Inkwelder, and an over-caffeinated me. So who knows what'll come about today. My pop filter isn't even on my mic correctly. I feel like a crackhead right now. Chat, let me know how the audio is. People are piling in here, probably because I didn't shout this out very well, but it'll pick up. I hopefully have Pavlovian dog trained you all to show up at this time because it's been pretty consistent for the past. Wow, has it been consistent? I guess.
Yeah, we've been consistent.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? I'm surprised.
How you get people to join, right? It's just consistency. I think people undervalue that when they're making content. Like, keep releasing content at the exact same time all the time. And yeah, we even drop our infographics within an hour of like every single graphic. Consistency is key when you're doing content. So props to you, BC, for keeping it going. And also to the TCC podcast, because they are freaking all-stars at consistency.
Yep, absolutely. Speaking of TCC, they were supposed to be in the intro that I was supposed to write for this, but I still didn't write it yet. It's like week 5 of me not writing a proper intro. But if you want to talk to any of us, we're usually all in the TCC Discord. I need to provide a proper link to that one day. But just look it up on YouTube, TCC Decidia Podcasts. Me, Mino, and Nick usually hang out there. We're pretty accessible there. I definitely don't want to seem like I'm in an ivory tower. I'm just a dude with a mic and an editing software and a voice. So you can always hit us all up and watch us be idiots there. But we need to talk about things. But first, most importantly, what are you eating today?
So I really wanted spaghetti and meatballs, but there are no good. One, I don't want to make that. Hand making meatballs is something that takes way too long on a work day. I'll do that on Saturday maybe.
I see.
So I needed spaghetti and meatballs. No spaghetti, so I went to my favorite meatball spot, which happens to have Detroit style pizza. So I got that, but this time I got the Detroit style pizza with basil and garlic on it, and damn, it is fire. It is so good. So Detroit style pizza is very solid. Not as good as New York style, but they're different, but they're both great.
I see. I mean, are you alive?
Kinda. I'm crashing. And then now my work VPN's not working as usual. I fucking hate this shit.
Awesome. Well, I'm subsisting on a diet of coffee and ground turkey today for some reason. I've taken another liking to coffee again, and I've just been like drinking small amounts throughout the day. And I didn't feel like going overboard until like 10 minutes ago when I noticed I was in my chair shaking, and I was like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to sleep well tonight. So that's a big rip. But this isn't a Decidia show. It's not even a show really. It's just people talking. Ink, I know you wanted some topics. Let's pivot into those. What did you have to say first?
First, I wanted to thank everybody for enabling the premium Deuce infographic. We would not have made a premium infographic if you all didn't push it. So just wanted to thank chat and everybody that watches this for making premium a thing. We don't overuse it because you can barely find it in our work, but people think we overuse it. It was just a good pivot joke off of off of this stream, so I just wanted to thank everybody.
I really did not expect people to roll with it as hard as they did. That was entertaining. That's because it was so unplanned. But I guess that's the fun part of spontaneity. You kind of make something out of nothing. It was a premium reference, premium gratitude. I hate you all. Visceral hatred. I'm kidding. A second infographic, yeah. It wasn't the difference. Just it was. I didn't. There was different time berries on it. I didn't look at it too hard. What was the difference?
There was different Tonberry hidden inside of it, but basically the Deuce graphic was just much more colorful. Dreamy put a lot of editing work into the background. He made Deuce herself shine like a burst weapon and changed her lettering and her name to be the burst font. And then we hid in the analysis. I actually had to change the analysis so that we had a word start with U, so that we could highlight premium inside the analysis. So
I joined and I hear the word premium immediately.
Oh, look, it's Inkwelder. Now I get to add. Oh, it's reminding me to add you guys to the overlay. Bam, bam. There we go.
Wait,
Forza crowd.
That just cements my belief in simulation theory.
I see.
Necklord's probably more awake than we are, BC.
Oh God, there's no way. Well, actually, no. He's adjusted to this time. So
yeah, I don't even live in the British time zone anymore. It's beyond repair. What a woeful existence.
Oh, yike.
Don't even live in my own time zone. How tragic.
This is the part of the show where I say, watch Invincible. You thought I was going to ask you to subscribe, didn't I? Well, me mentioning that I didn't do that is also me thinly veiled attempt at doing that as well. Like the video if you're watching the VOD. But man, I keep saying watch Invincible. Necklord, you finally watched it, right? You watched?
Oh yeah, I finished the whole season. Yeah.
Oh yeah, incredible TV, isn't it?
Great show. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Nero DM'd me earlier. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm finally catching up." I'm like, "Where you at?" And he said the beginning scene of the first episode. I'm like, "All right."
Nice.
Chat, if you haven't watched Invincible, I can't say it enough. I read the comic years ago and it's fantastic, and the animation adaptation is even better. The memes are getting out of control, so it's actually getting easier and easier to get spoiled on Invincible. You don't want to do that because it's been a trip so far.
Yeah.
So definitely,
there's a bunch of scenes that I'm like really surprised haven't been memed.
Yeah, it'll just with more time it'll catch on.
As like a spoiler, but not a spoiler. I'm amazed this battle is beneath me. Like, hasn't been fucking memed out yet. Because that moment's fucking awesome.
Oh, man, yeah. Oh, hey, Blind Eye. Good evening. Hope everyone had a fan. Hope your day was better. Everyone say hi to Blind Eye. Chat, you know what to do. What's it on? It's on Amazon Prime. 8 episodes, 40-ish minutes each. Definitely worth your time. Okay, anyways. Ink, I know you had some more topics unless anybody else had anything to say on that.
So I'm good. I don't know
Pikachu?
anything about Invincible, but I will
Banned.
check it out. I didn't actually ping this to you, BC, but I was chatting with Dreamy earlier, so props to him for this, and I think it's just an interesting topic. So we talked about this a little bit last week, where I had the theory that hey, they might rerun Kuja's BT on the Abyss banners, because there's 4 banners and BT weapons appear on 4 banners. So they need to make these banners enticing to pull. And the only way they're going to do that is to put either interesting LDs that don't repeat that people may have missed, BTs that are interesting that people may have missed, or future shift some. And so Dreamy's actual working theory is to push Noctis, BT, and LD board ahead early, because he didn't seem to he got some usage when he came back, but not that much. So I'm curious what your take on Noctis, or let's say who's the other one, like maybe, I don't know, they could move Sephiroth up or Warrior of Light, but I think Noctis is like prime candidate.
Oh, no, I think you're underselling Noctis hard. I'd move Arden up before I move Noctis up, personally.
Really?
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. Noctis got Brave and HP damage up, and the big thing he got was similar to Camelot, I think it is. He got the refund, after he attacks.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so that would make his burst phase a lot more powerful because he'd be refunding after every time. He'd be refunding harder after every time he does the follow up. Yeah, Noctis got a lot of good stuff. It just wasn't let me look at the details on paper. Neckler, do you remember anything about Noctis's the LD boards? Probably not. I wouldn't expect you to.
Nah, I didn't bother using Noctis much.
Yeah, really, I'd rather bring Arden up ahead over Noctis because Noctis already has the broken factor to him to where he can kind of meme fights, and bringing that early would just make him even sillier. Let me look it up.
And I feel like Arden's pretty popular with the global player base, so it would be a good money printing exercise and somewhat balanced.
Plus, I'm of the opinion that his rework and Burst Plus is kind of ass too. So Let me rectify that. Not ass, but I wish he would have gotten a lot more. Plus his LD call is really good too. Let's see, what is chat saying?
Noctis first board BT Plus rework.
Stop it. Oh, Noctis with Young and Terra. Thank you, Karadin, for pointing that out. That would get dumb fast.
Right. So they rerun, obviously these rerun in the future, but to give Noctis when Noctis gets his LD board, I'll say Tonberry Troop's going to be crying from that. That's literally Agrius, Toto, Noctis. Yuna is right before that. Rude, Yuffie, Barrett. Within like a week.
Oh, yeah.
So much crap.
Y'all are
going to
die.
And Kefka and, and Arden. There's like a ton of characters. Arden gets his LD boards then or no?
Arden is with Kefka and Vaughn.
Does he get his LD boards from that?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I guess then maybe Arden would get. I know they can't shift up Kefka because he got a lot of crap, right?
Yeah. See, that's your 6 buys right there. Let me read off Noctis's LD boards for those who aren't aware of it. He gets attack up. This is to his LD buff. He gets attack up, brave damage up, overflow up, HP damage dealt up 20%, and after using an HP attack, he gets brave refund based on 20% of HP total HP damage dealt. So he's refunding hard after his and he definitely does a lot of damage, especially on the AOE attacks. So he's refunding pretty hard, and that's just a great damage amp for him. So that's a sizable upgrade. And it's not like people weren't zero turning fights with Noctis whenever they could, provided someone pulled it off. So I think he would be utterly broken if he came early.
But they still need to make these banners sort of interesting, right?
Do they?
Yeah, of course they do. This is the Sarah LD theory, right? It's like, hey,
I don't know.
So poorly received. How much money did they print?
Now that's not quite the Sarah LD theory because Noctis LD boards was not poorly received.
Not only that, but didn't we discuss it? They said it in JP News that it was a very special occasion where they just happened to be working on Sarah's next tuning pass in JP right now.
No, I know that's fair. It's more about the printing money theory than the poorly received theory. It's more that they can run a great banner as long as the banner doesn't break the game. You have Terra and Young and Garland.
Noctis would be ridiculous. Noctis is still technically ridiculous. It would enable Noctis, especially if you got call abilities too. Yeah, especially Young, Terra, and Noctis would just tear fights up. I don't think that would be a good idea.
You can argue that Terra Young and Garland is like completely busted. They end fights in like 14 turns. It's absurd.
Yes, but Noctis would make it worse.
Sure.
Noctis, Young, hell.
All right. Well, maybe Arden then. We'll see.
Yeah, I'd rather see Arden get moved up for Noctis. Looking at chat, and chat, just a reminder, if I'm paying attention but not enough, things do fly by. If you really want something to be noticed, the super chat button is right there. Oh my god. just a gentle nudge. How hilarious would it be if the devs patched the Yubbie Cheese? I'd be irritated because I don't want to do that fight. I really.
I thought you said you were gonna.
Did I? I must have been high. I think I changed my mind already.
You said it earlier today.
Did I? Did I?
You're gonna use Pestle, Garnet, and
I did say that, didn't I? Yeah, I changed my mind again.
That literally 5 hours ago.
Yikes! It's been a long day.
I think
changed my
the
mind.
optics of changing it now, though, would be quite peculiar because they did on the JP broadcast basically just show off how to do it. So it's clear that it's not a bug that they don't want to talk about. It's like, hey, this is cool. Yuffie can abuse this fight, or Yuffie, or whatever the fuck. I don't care. But yeah, so for them to change it and be like, actually, this was a mistake. I wish they would be instead of just doing it for fights, they do that more with characters that are mistakes.
Yeah, especially because it's still not to the state patched in JP. I mean, obviously they don't care.
Yeah,
they don't care.
They've never ever adjusted buff or debuff immunities or resistances or anything, so I don't see why they do it. Start now.
Do you think the Abyss is gonna have this fight in it?
Yeah, that's what I'm leaning towards. I think they'd rather just add something instead of changing that. They're just going to add something else, which would be Abyss.
It's like a copy paste that isn't a copy paste because it's not the same fight, but it's the same fight kind of thing.
It's like the Beatrix and the whose Abyss was that? Balthier's?
Yeah.
Balthier.
Tweak HP by a bit.
Yeah, they could. That's gonna be fun. Go ahead, Ink.
No, Abyss will be a lot of fun. I'm still real salty that they freaking put the Daryl's Tomb and Dullahan as a boss without Setzer's LD. Like, what the fuck? That just pisses as an FF6 fan. Mog doesn't even know that.
Here we go.
You never ever
Nerd.
Here we go.
You never go to that cave with Mog. You get Mog after you need Setzer to get the airship, to go to Narsh to get Mog.
Oh my god.
You can't freaking. It just makes me salty. I would love to see Dullahan in a fight where Setzer's related. All right,
Blind Eye got the reference.
I mean, that entire chapter so far has just been a fucking disaster if you're like a reasonable FF6 stan or whatever.
I think you're thinking more about it than like the devs are.
I think he's thinking, well, unlike
I
the
think,
devs.
Yeah.
1 is greater than 0, so you know.
Silicon says, since this is coming soon, who are we? Oh god, we are getting. Or is that next month?
What?
Blue armor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shit.
Next month.
Time to make a clickbait video on that.
We're gonna have to explain that on every webpage.
Rip everyone, honestly, because there's way too many permutations, and it's actually not confusing once you get a baseline understanding. But I guess the fact that it's not confusing unless you understand it, that doesn't make any sense.
we're gonna put the name of the armor like we do today, like attack keystone, and then we're gonna add next to it, and I don't know if we're gonna add a separate icon or not, but we're just gonna do self or party, because the effects of the blue armor either apply just to you or they apply to your party. And then we're gonna put whether it's the 1-3 combination, the 2-2 combination, or the 3-1 combination. And for anyone that's like, what the hell is he talking about? It's basically the one for each one you have, it's basically like whether you get 10%, 20%, or 30% of a boost on something. So like attack is brave damage and HP damage up is the normal effect, and so the numbers mean like 1-3 would be 10% brave damage and 30% HP damage limit. Those are the limits, not
the numbers. Talking, Anomander said your volume was low, so tell me if the volume's better. The way I think about it now is I think about it in terms of maximum caps and who I want to use, because worrying about the numbers is a recipe for a disaster. I think about it in terms of who ramps up the HP damage cap for the party, or who gets a big HP damage cap and who gets a big brave hit cap. So like Yuna has a big party HP damage cap raise, which I like if I'm running, because I like to run a lot of HP damage modifiers. Whereas Noel has a large brave hit modifier, so if he does a brave hit, it's gonna. Or no, Tifa has the big brave hit modifier, so Tifa does 1 billion hits, and she likes her cap being raised. if you think about it like that a bit more, then it gets a bit simpler. But to answer the question of who to blue, nobody. Hoard your tokens like no other, because I am so constantly low in tokens because I finally learned the don't overuse things if you don't need to method with burst tokens or burst plus, and I have more burst ingots and books than I do high armor books in ingots and JP currently. And one of the biggest regrets I have in that field is Golbez, because one, I hate using Golbez, and I thought it'd be smart to blue Golbez so I can farm faster. But then I finished the farm in less than a week, and I was like, I think Mino, I talked to you about this before. I was like, that was so incredibly dumb. You probably don't need to do high armor for a while, and it's just getting the most out of units. So just don't do it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Speaking of meaningless numbers, Ink, did you check out that Deuce eval? Because I wanted to talk to you about that. Did you jizz in your pants when you read that?
Oh my! Well, no, I didn't read it yet, and I can guarantee you, I'm not going to jizz in my pants. Thanks for making the stream a little that more.
Could you at least glance over it real quick? I PM'd it to you.
Oh no!
I never said that.
Oh no! This is. Okay, there's too many numbers here. I'm not interested in this.
Whoa, you said there's too many
numbers.
Wow,
yeah, I know.
Last time we talked about a Reddit thread, the poster happened to be in the stream. Deuce evaluation. What is best in Orobots? Nobody read this. Nobody read this.
This is really intense. So props to them for doing it.
I thought you would love this shit.
How many fucking words is this?
This looks like something you would put on
like
a
dissertation.
This looks like one of the character pages on the Tomberry True website.
Let me summarize.
When you follow the infographic and there's all these meaningless words and numbers on the sides.
Let's clarify this in case the Red Rider is watching this. You're a good person. We appreciate your efforts. We have no qualms with what you're doing, and I'm sure this is good information. I'm just not about to read it.
Right? Do you want to? I've just run it into words. Right? Do you want to guess the word count?
It is 5,000 words.
Oh no, it has to be more than that. That's be at least 10,000.
It's slightly more. It's less than 10,000 though.
Oh.
I do. So for the entire thing, I think that it is cool that they used XDeath's kit and basically put all of the a bunch of supports, 5 supports, and calculated what the damage output of XDeath's abilities would be with these various supports. So that is really useful. That I could see as being really interesting when you're like, what's the difference here? I think that's cool.
There's just a lot of tests in there. Like I think the very first section, the first 2,000 words is I took Deuce to a cycle quest and she did exactly this much damage and battery this exactly. Like there's an RNG element to what you're hitting, right? Like in the damage formula, there's anywhere from 0.99 to 1.01.
So, the thing that bothers me the most is that the top comment on it, or one of the top comments, is I think Deuce would have been better if Sarah LD didn't get moved up. Sarah doesn't heal, and I get that you can put a healer in the team, but when you're making a team and you need your roles covered, you need to counter the boss, you need to counter the orb, and though that may not come from the same character. So those are 2 slots already. If those 2 slots aren't covered by someone that heals, you can't use Sarah, or you need to cheese it, or use Alexander Summon, which no one really uses anymore. Or you need to use specific calls that have healing, and even then the boss may lock that out. So, yeah, go ahead.
I think it's just, I'm quite tickled by this, because I'm just going through the comments, and it's like, there's a lot of comments that are like, oh yeah, great evaluation, and then they don't directly engage with any of the content in the thread.
Yeah,
so,
I love it.
Of these people
because when I release a long video and people just don't comment on anything I said within the video, it's very obvious. Yeah,
they just
it's very obvious.
They're trying to act intellectual, like yes, I've read this number crunch, great eval, really good, and that's it.
Sometimes
don't
I
contribute
do
to the
too,
conversation.
people who don't have many subs, And I do watch their videos. I just leave them a comment, say I was there, because, you know, it helps people morale and stuff. And sometimes I do watch the full thing, but, you know, I don't be watching everybody's full videos. Or if I do watch a video, I'll watch it on 2x. And Mino's gonna have an aneurysm when I say that. But
yeah, the word count to put you at ease with this is 6,928 words.
Man, that's longer than college applications. Wait, weren't those like 500?
Yeah.
And the point of tests is that you're supposed to, and again, if you're listening to this guy, you did a good job. But the point of tests, and I just hate too many details. And I try to exemplify this when I talk about units, and I actually struggle with this because I try to condense when I talk about kits. I try to make it so that I don't talk about the big details because no one really cares that someone has 20% more overflow. If you just say they get more overflow, or they get more hits, or they hit harder, like that generally gets the point across. Deuce turns magic attackers into steroids, and I mean, I think this
game is not worthy of this level of effort.
Yeah,
into anything.
I commend the effort, but
I was most impressed when in the Amy Lost chapter I ran Terra, Deuce, and Celeste, and Celeste's traps were capping at the end of the fight. Like that's how good Deuce's support is, because Celeste only has 30% attack up. She's got her Imperil going, and yeah, for Deuce to help her cap that's nuts.
Yeah, I did my Xande run, and Xande was actually doing damage with this skill too. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. That's crazy. Am I gonna go ahead?
To circle back to the more important topic, they made a movie, BC, about people who watch things at 2x speed. It's called Click, featuring Adam Sandler. You should give it a watch and see what happens when you live life at 2x speed.
Sounds like efficiency to me. I don't know.
That's like the golden age of Adam Sandler movies as well. On that point.
Speaking of Adam Sandler, if you haven't seen Uncut Gems, please watch that movie. It's like top 5 most uncomfortable movies of all time. It's so good. It's so good. Oh my god. Was so stoked with my run with Xande. I'm glad you were, because I hated doing it. I wish I ran Terra. It took entirely too long to do that fight.
Like, I feel like everyone has a different Adam Sandler holy trinity. So, for example, mine would probably be you got to have Happy Gilmore in there, right? And then I put Click at number 2, and then at number 3 would be 50 First Dates.
I haven't seen any of those movies.
50 First Dates really good. No Billy Madison though.
Yeah, how is Billy Madison and Waterboy?
I'm uncultured.
See, this is what I mean. Everyone has a different holy trinity.
All right, this is
Adam
the show
Sandler
now.
movies.
The only Adam Sandler movies I remember are Uncut Gems.
Click.
What was that movie with Chris Rock in it?
I think the only reason Click was good was Jessica Biel was in it, I think. And that's the only
Click was Click, I don't know if it holds up. I remember it got slammed with reviews. When the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, this is a pretty good movie. But I think it actually doesn't have that much substance when you...
Yeah, Omar got it. Click is a really good bad movie. That is perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Omar.
What was the movie with David Spade and Chris Rock and
Grown Ups?
Grown Ups, yeah. I've seen that. Oh, God.
Grown Ups was all right.
Adam Sandler movies.
Yeah, what was his most recent one? They just threw Tyrion Lannister in there for a laugh. Pixels, I think it was. I think that was just irredeemably trash, from what I heard.
The Longest Yard. The Longest Yard's a remake, though. I don't know if you... I guess that's an Adam Sandler.
Yeah, it's fine.
Hardly any Vivi runs for Ami's Lufenia. I actually did run Vivi offline on my Deuce and Sarah team, and I died. I said, I need someone with the call ability. But I saw you did it, Yoshi Pasta. I figured it was possible. If I die with a team that I'm trying to get creative with, I just don't try it again.
Yeah.
Negative.
Like Vivi's damage is still up to par, but you kind of like when you bring them, you can't just turn your brain off because of the HP shit.
Yeah, the HP drains what got me killed.
Unfortunate part.
Sarah's poisons clutched some moments for me, but the poison wasn't enough to get me out of the non-kill range, and that's obviously my fault for not healing up sufficiently. But
I really wish there was a character that inflicted I Brave up on enemies so that Sarah's poisons hit for even more. That would be amazing synergy if they allowed that.
Buff the enemy.
Yes. Hell yeah.
I see. Yeah,
oh, Little Nicky's really good too. Yeah,
what's that?
Yeah. Little Nicky was a good one, but I think Dan June matches mine pretty closely. Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Waterboy. Waterboy is too classic.
I don't know how he went from high armor to fucking I forgot his name already. But yeah, there needs to be a good way to figure out the how to explain high armor plus, and I'm not going to be the person to do it.
I have to get a page. I'll have a page or I'll have something ready. But is Fujin's high armor plus the biggest waste of any tokens in the entire game?
Man, you were on a warpath against Fujin, and I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
It's up there with. I think that Fujin's high armor plus is as potentially as first off, I don't remember if it's party or not. If it's party, then it's got some solid utility. But that does mean that you have to have Fujin on your main team. And that drops a lot of the utility. It's got to be up there with like Rems and Yuna's World of Illusion weapon in terms of most useless things to token.
I feel
you can't use emotes in YouTube chat. How do I?
I don't know how it works.
How do I react to a disgusted?
Fujin's is party cap. It's for party brave damage, and that makes sense because she's an enchanter, so she enables the party to hit higher brave caps.
Yeah, I was worried that it was party, so it's less of a waste. But again, you have to have Fujin in your main party.
You have to really like food. Really, a lot of it, you can skip a lot of pretty much high armors. I tried to use them as little as possible now.
I was floored that the Bart's Lufenia, which requires wind damage to be done and is naturally range imperil, range weak, and Fujin barely got any usage there. Like barely anything. She's literally catering the orb and the mechanic. I don't remember if they're
Lost
launchable.
Chapter, or what are you saying?
No, for Bart's Lufenia.
Oh well,
they're probably launching because
they had the instant break thing going there too. Or
you
need
they do
to
have
cut the brave down. What was I going to say? If you want to get mad at party caps, because Bart's has the Unity armor, but his is completely selfish, which is annoying. I didn't realize it was selfish. And Vayne has Unity for some reason. That caught me off guard. Yeah, mostly just try things. Yeah, Porum's a good candidate. I really like the Warrior Light gets this too. He gets the party HP damage cap up, and that's really good for him because he gives party HP damage up. So I tend to lean because the fact thinking about party HP damage modifiers made me revisit my opinion on support armor, because if you're boosting the HP damage cap enough, then raising that a little can actually be pretty substantial. But it just depends on the unit. So if the support unit doesn't bring HP damage up, like current Kieran doesn't boost HP damage up, so getting the support armor there isn't quite there. I don't know where I was going with that, so I'll keep reading chat.
Mog doesn't.
Yeah, Mog is Unity.
Doesn't have. Yeah, he's Unity.
Which is weird,
which I like,
because he's not an enchanter. and Ferris has Unity for some reason. Well, my rationale behind it was because she has that defense down, so I guess you're hitting harder with Ferris on the team, but weird.
Yeah, so I have a theory about the spheres, by the way. I figured out why Arden has an E-sphere, E-slot. So the spheres, the letters were all randomly assigned when the character was released, right? So not randomly, maybe they had some clue, but like day one, they had to, as soon as the character released, they had to pick sphere letters for them, and they didn't necessarily think or consider like the character's full kit. They may have already, by the time Arden released, they may have already been thinking about BT Plus for all we know, like on a future roadmap or something. They weren't really keeping track of it. And that is how insignificant the devs think spheres are, is that they'll create a BT Plus, they'll create an upgrade, and just pretend the sphere slots aren't even there, which is why Shadow's got 1 E and Setzer has 2 E's. It's real stupid. They've totally screwed up, and I think they sort of acknowledge that spheres aren't really relevant. They're not even going to cater to it or anything.
I see.
That's my theory.
I thought spheres were like glamour, like pretty colors on your character sheet. You can have the jagged, ugly ones or the real ones, and then you pay for the removal as well. Like you make money off the aesthetic stuff, right?
You do. That's true. Can I?
And
can
it's
I
also
drop?
like you set up highly conditional spheres such as single target damage or like weak damage or something, and then the character gets reworked, and the spheres you put on like no longer apply to the kit or some nonsense like that. So they're probably just there to bait with reworks afterwards, and then people buy the sphere removals and all that shit. So,
but I'm gonna drop knowledge. It's not long. So did you guys ever know that any of the C spheres that are aura based, like let's say Alphino is attack and eye brace to the party plus 5% for 3 turns after buffing. It is not 3 turns of Alphino. It is 3 turns of your party. So Alphino does it, and it gives everybody 3 turns. And you can test this if you have these spheres on anybody. Just use Terra's LD right after, and you'll see the C letter pop up above her head, which shows that, hey, the sphere is doing something. And you'll notice that by her 4th turn, she no longer gets the C's popping up above her head.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is completely accurate.
Yeah, I think it pops up when it's expired, right? To signal that it's gone. I think it's just the one pop-up, if I'm not mistaken.
That might be true. Okay. Nice knock.
DFFOO is just a house of cards, and the code is just going to collapse one day. I think they're just building on top of each other, desperate to stay above water at this point.
I don't think that's true. They're building towards something that I think they have balanced, but...
No, I'd say it's just a gigantic game of Twister, and sometimes people fall under themselves when we get a new rebalancing, and it's messy, and then it evens out.
Sure.
God, why am I coughing
so much? Even more reason to shift up a future LD board on a BT character.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of anyone who might fit that bill, and at the very least, I'd like to see it be Arden, but then that might also ruin the triple burst banner in the future, which I am interested in. So I don't want them to do that. Maybe another early LD. I normally set my expectations hilariously low, so I get surprised. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think giving Rem an LD would be nice.
Someone asked me Kadaj or Fujin, and the answer to that is neither.
Kadaj, dude, come on.
Cool.
Man, what happened to Gold Framed, dude? What the fuck happened to that mechanic, eh?
Nothing, and I'm glad they didn't spam it like crazy. It kept its uniqueness. Too bad
yeah, fair enough.
It's really best for Sephiroth's LD call, because he can drop it twice, and you can use it in cleanse heavy fights. It persists, which is very handy. What do you think about Agri's blue armor? She raises the HP cap. Good. Go ahead.
Oh, I do think it's interesting that Kadaj plus Sarah, not only is it terrible roll coverage, but if you give Kadaj the Ultimecia Sphere, then he will inflict 3 gold debuffs, meaning that Sarah's auras will never ever drop off. So you can guarantee her auras and have horrible roll coverage, all for the price of a really bad sphere. I think that's interesting.
That sounds like one of those Discord napkin theory crafts that never actually play out in practice. So, congrats, I guess.
Yes. That I hate those napkin things where people are like, "Oh, these 2 characters will be great together."
Oh yeah.
Like you think that Cam and Shantoto, it's like, "Hey, Toto can imperil ice for Cam," and it's like, "Okay, great. Now what's your 3rd slot? You need a damage dealing healer." Like it's ridiculous. That counters the orb. It's like nuts how much crap you need.
Yeah, and they never actually do it themselves. Oh, use it. I don't know about that. Year 3K. Pikachu, what are you talking about? Get banned, bro. Kadaj, I love him so much. You don't have to lie. I don't know why you bring that up. Who is this a call for help? Who's got a gun to your head, bro? I'll get someone to help. I'm waiting for the moment they run out of main characters. Well, I mean, we're getting Jegrin. Random ass Jegrin. They will never. They can't run out of main characters because they're not going to give them to us. Interesting in theory, horrible in execution. Yes. Use Setzer Sphere instead of ultis. No.
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 No. The reason why you want ultis is so you can use like Ferris Call, and you can upgrade the 30% jank defense down that's now gold with Kadaj. So Kadaj would inflict, because of the sphere, all of his debuffs get gold, so they can't be removed. It would drop a 30% defense down, but it's still technically a generic buff, even though it's gold framed.
Yes.
And then you can use Ferris Call to drop 70% defense down. Now you have a gold framed 70% down that can't be removed from the boss. So,
although it doesn't,
really,
it also doesn't increase via Kadaj. It has a timer, because you can't overwrite buffs with lower values. You can't refresh buffs with lower inherent values. I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but if the defense down is 70% and Kadaj is inflicting one with 13 or whatever the RF version is, then it won't update when it'll just wear out.
Yeah, you have one try at it.
Yeah. Oh, Rue. Hello, Rue. Oh, that explains this hot take. Watch when we get Chocobo's burst from the Chocobo Mystery Dungeon series. Yep, that checks out. That is obviously you, Rue, you goofball. It's always fucking with me. Ink, I know you wanted to talk about what events people should pill for. Do you want to elaborate on that too?
Oh, so this month is, we talked about it last time, that it's sort of a snooze month. Like, all these characters that are coming out, it's like, well, I already have this other character that's sort of close to it. I think I can skip it. Like Deuce, for example, is a great example. And this is outside of Terra and Garland, of course. They're both very, very good. Although if you have Aranea, you can probably get through Transcendence, but just be careful. That crap is tricky without Garland. Garland is nuts for it.
Yeah.
So minus Terra and Garland, all these characters are they're fine. So what should people be pulling for? Because it feels like if you were to research, it obviously requires research. If you were to research Transcendence stages and you were to research Boss Rush, and you just grabbed characters that were good for those upcoming fights, you'd probably be okay, right? Like, you'll cover all the Lufenias naturally if you hit those generally. It's not perfect, but that's what I'm thinking is, like, how do you evaluate that you can skip a banner properly, is what I was trying to get to.
That's an interesting theory that I'm not sure is ever easily answered, because Mog, for example, Mog has insane orb coverage potential because he does so much crap, but
also he works for Transcendence 4, so if you pulled him for T4, that would be helpful. No?
Yeah. 4 is the Barrett one. That was the one that had and ironically, I think he works for both sides, which is pretty funny. And the cleanse part.
Yeah, he does.
Who's mentioning me? Not related. Yeah, Mog's got coverage there, and there's cleanse fights for Yuna's thing as well. And there's HP regen fights, which is Queen, I think it is. And, well, if you want to go back with Deuce and do Deuce's fight with Mog, he's got the HP regen too. So he's got tons of coverage. But at the same time, you also have to do things within turn limits and not die. Like, orbs are just one variable. So it's an interesting topic, but I don't know how to go about it. Obviously, the path of least resistance is just pull if you get stuck.
We could write a dissertation on it.
Oh God, can you kill me?
I hate all of you guys.
Yeah, I agree.
This is too much. It's too much thinking.
People should
just with that one.
Just pull. Also,
I think pull if you get stuck. I feel like when you're pulling for future content that's not even here yet, that's how people waste the most gems. They pull for these characters just in case for this fight, and then maybe they'll luck sack into someone who's even better for the fight, like the feature character,
or you can just big brain a strategy.
Yeah. Or you realize, like, I feel like pulling for future fights, like if you pull Mog for T4, that's like what, 4 or 5 months off.
Yeah, that's just kind of silly.
So wasteful.
Yeah, you may already pull Yuna.
Yeah, like at the end of the entropy tower, look how many people were like, I have so many characters to use for these last couple of tiers. Like, I don't even know what to do, like who to use, what to do. I don't know, man. Like, so wasteful. Or people pulling Square Enix Airlines then not using it.
Yep,
or people
that
pulling
definitely
like
happened.
Pestle,
People pulling
or like
Army and not using
yeah.
it. The whole Paladin Cecil can be used and Holy Absorb thing is happened. People are using him in spite of Holy Absorb.
I haven't seen that
but
much.
it's happening, but it doesn't have as much fanfare around it because it's not fun to do. And you also need to it's like some of the Vincent runs where he worked in despite the content working against him. But oh, Mark, hello, Mark. Hot. Damn it, Mark's a hot dog. Oh no, Bacchus.
That answers Mino's question about emotes. You definitely can use them.
Mark promoting glizzies on my stream. Thanks, Mark.
Mark, you never subbed to my streams.
That's his own streams.
Mark,
yeah, he'd be giving himself money.
Mark left a really funny comment on my poll. Let me read that too because I was laughing at it earlier when Ink was talking. He said, "I'm Sid Reigns, bitch." Premium hot dog, Glizzy. I hate you all. Where's Max? I played Smash with him. I'm surprised he isn't showing up and trashing me because he beat me on his Walmart connection. Paladin Cecil and Holy Absorb is like doing a low ingot run. I mean, yeah, it's the fact of, I mean, if you're gonna say Paladin Cecil works, but it's undeniable that the content is working against him, which is obnoxious. But you can do it, but then you need to compensate hard in the other direction. Like, what was it? GG2 ran it earlier with, and this is not me discounting his run. I'm just saying what it is. He did bring Paladin Cecil and Holy Absorb, but he brought Squall Burst and something else to override the fact that Pestle was a liability, and those things do crumble. So while things are possible, are they within reason for most people to do? I think it's a no. I don't know where I was going with that.
Well, I'll say I don't know if it was widely discussed, but I know that there were at least a few people that thought that Paladin Cecil was locked out of this. If you want to do Mog's Lufania, honestly, which there's probably like 15 people in the community that want to do it honestly, and that's cool. Enjoy it. Yeah, it is. The boss counters melee brave attacks only, not brave plus HP attacks, just brave attacks. So it's shutting out Lightning's AA and a bunch of brave pluses. But anyone that said that you can't, that it counters Paladin Cecil or Lightning, like, sure, it's delay immune and crap, but people still used Lightning with a bunch of old characters. I think there was a Lightning, Garnet, and Arciela run of the fight.
I saw that discussion, Ink, when you guys were listening, showing video examples, and the only thing I could think of is who the fuck is doing a brave attack with Pestle on that fight? Why? Why did you?
Like, why against an all attack? You do it against an all attack to move your turn up and get high turn rate.
High turn rate, yeah.
Yeah,
but then you get countered.
The fight's balls.
You get countered. Yeah.
Okay. How about this, chat? If you're gonna try and do the fight legit, put a 1. If you're gonna cheese it with Yuffie, put a 0.
Which one's the Yuffie 1-1?
Cheese with 0. Do it legit with 1.
Oh, cheese is 0. Okay, how do I delete one of my comments?
I can ban you.
There, 0.
0 for cheese, 1 for legit.
And all the ones are lying.
And 3 banned. Being able to follow simple directions. You all are gone. Jesus, how difficult is this? The worst part about me saying that is that I have to keep reminding myself of what I just said. Like 0 is cheese, 0 like that. That's just like going off in the back of my head. So everyone who said 1 is lying. Anyways, where are we?
Before you move on.
Yes.
I remember. I think you guys were talking about this in the beginning about like, oh, what if they patch out the Yuffie cheese? I mean, they stand to lose a lot of goodwill if they do it. There's no real reason to do it. I don't think a lot of people are really gonna pull Mog if they do it. But also, I see a lot of people on Discord and Reddit who are like, I really do hope they patch it out. GL is too coddled, and I want to see people cry.
People have too much self-accomplishment.
I want to see the GL community cry.
Good
and then
Lord, how much of a fucking loser do you have to be to think like that? Oh my God!
This is coming from some of the worst players I've ever seen in my life, who run synergy teams and
Get
can't
a
make
life!
down.
Oh my God! Who cares?
Take a good hard long look in the mirror, guys. It's not the elitists who are shaming people for cheesing. It's the other terrible dregs of the community.
How lame do you have to be?
My
God.
The crab. The crab theory, where put all of the crabs in a bucket try to pull each other down rather than let anyone escape.
Oh my
Terror!
God.
You guys are monsters.
Oh my God! It's a good thing my caffeine's wearing off because I felt the anger surging back up again because that's just so whack. Don't be like that.
Abyss will do that though. I mean, that's the whole point of Abyss, is to get people to pull and challenge. And oh man, Perfectum is the one where it's basically like Heretic style with zero synergy, where you use a team, they are locked, and you've got to then do 3 to 4 other stages. Is hella fun. I can't wait.
Hey guys, look, I did this very restricted fight with the same team as everybody else. I am so special. Give me up those
head ass. Get the fuck out of here. Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
You
head ass. Yeah. Dude, holy shit. Abyss is a roster check. I mean, God, Mino said it perfectly that one time. Most of the skill in this game is just bringing the right team. Dear God.
Yeah, everything is a roster check. Like that is just what this game is.
Like, obviously, I will some big brain stuff you can pull off, and I do champion
Abyss is
those
just comfy
people.
hours.
But let's not act like you bringing Reno Lightning in Gladio to Sephiroth Lufenia made you some sort of champion.
See, Abyss is great, right? Because you can take over 60 turns, and the game won't tell you to go fuck yourself. So that's awesome. That's really nice. So, you know, it's a shame it's so rare, and we're frequently told to fuck ourselves if we go over 60 turns or whatever the fuck they say.
Roster check. Yes, they are. It's so frustrating because if you play actual like skill-based games, like fighting games, where it's just mechanics or you get whacked, then you compare it to the game is doing most of the work. I don't want to talk about skill-based gacha, bro. That's just like an oxymoron. Let me explain the hot dog emoji earlier. Last stream, I shouted out that if you were younger and you were black, you probably got harassed for eating hot dogs. That's why Mark put it, because he found it funny. But that is obviously an immature thing to do, but it is funny. It's if you look up like glizzy memes on YouTube, it's mostly black people stuff. That's what I was talking about. Thanks VL to be one. Oh yeah, VL explained. Yeah, I'm starting to fall apart, and it's almost oh my God, shut up, I'm gonna ban you. Drunk ass. You can also have someone did, and the game won't tell you to screw yourself. Die. You can't skill gap something with as much RNGs like this. Yes, like if you go to any RPG, action games, fighting games, there's a clear gap. Absolutely, like Devil May Cry. Like there's like stylish action games like that. Like there's obviously a gap, and there's a skill gap, and where some people can do things and some people can't do things, and you're already provided with all the tools off the bat. But for this, yeah, the RNG really is the factor. I was never young, so I didn't get harassed for eating hot dogs. They said I don't represent the black community. No, I don't. I just said.
BC never said that. That pissed me off.
I just said that if you're black, you might know about that. I don't know. You have to be an idiot to think I tried to just listen to what I said.
I said that?
No, I didn't say you said that.
I didn't say that. No, Ink's accusing me of saying that. I didn't say that, Ink.
You did, but I'll table it. It's not
I'm black and I didn't have to worry about the hot dog jokes because I hate hot dogs.
How dare you? Go back and watch that post show. Chat said it, first of all. And
hello,
second of all, you said that pissed you off. Let's throw hands then.
I'm a representative without being a representative.
Slapping? Is that a slap fight? Throwing hands.
Throw hands.
That's not a thing.
Oh my God!
Y'all are hideous.
Oh my God! It's a real thing.
Wait, you never heard the term "throw hands" before?
See,
no. Why isn't it throw fists?
Oh my god.
Well, why not engage in a bit of fisticuffs?
You never heard that before?
My fights took place from 10 years old and younger. So, like, I don't know.
Never mind.
It never came up then.
I guess.
Really,
hey, what's up? Throw
really
hands then. Throw hands. It's like that. I mean, whatever. It's slang. It's not a big deal.
No, that's cool.
The Alexander fight is not going to get patched. Probably that. Like, I don't think they're going to patch fights. They're just probably going to give us something else.
I don't.
They are going to patch the
that fight
Brave
isn't
game,
patchable.
Though. They're gonna patch the Brave game change, right? So that you need.
There was a
further
fix
boost
afterwards that made it harder to do, but that's because the
But you can
boss
still do
literally
it.
wasn't working as intended. They didn't
Right.
change any of the resistances. It's just that like something wasn't being applied.
Right, so there will be Brave gain reduction, but if you have Gladio with his encouragement armor, and you have HP damage up characters, you'll be fine. And yes, people should. I forgot who typed it in chat, but yes, people absolutely should set Gladio as their friend support to help people with that Lufania. It is extremely nice of you to set Gladio, and everybody else that's farming anything else will absolutely despise you. But at least you can use Gladio skill 1 in the crystal cycles if you are super new.
Well, we'll have auto plus for Divine Alexander anyways, so it's gonna be a cake farm more than likely. There's like 10 black creators, so some may actually say you are. I mean, that's just insecurity. I mean, I don't want to get too deep into identity stuff, but I'm just a person. I don't speak for anybody.
It's such a nebulous concept for like one person to represent a pretty large community, right?
Yeah, I mean, whatever. It's a dumb topic. Catching or throwing hands nowadays. I'm spiraling out. Stream is going to end within 10 minutes. Ink only stabs people with a little Tonberry knife. If water is needed for the Abyss Lufenia, would it be better to pull on Mog or use EX tokens for Garnet EX? I'd say the proper answer is wait until we get the fight and figure it out from there. That's the only thing I can say.
Yeah, my Tonberry knife is a 12-inch chef's knife. It is not little. We can continue. I just needed to amend that.
I see. When does Gladio LD rerun? Because I started playing during his banner, but I never pulled it because I didn't know the difference. Gladio's LD
Best
reruns
banner.
on his Lost Chapter.
Best banner of the Lufania era. It's hype.
Ah, yes, because Saban's LD is on it. And you're pulling for Saban LD, not Gladio LD at that point. Although Gladio is good at that point. You can use Iridia Call and Leviathan Summon for the Water Orb. Silo comment is correct.
Really?
What?
I don't have to bring Garnet to the fight.
I think he means for the theoretical Lufenia.
Yeah, if you aren't using Yuffie, you can use Iridia Call on a really slow character like Raijin, like, probably. And yeah, just use Terra and blow them the hell up.
I'm sure we're gonna see a lot of people. There are the people with sweatbands glued to their forehead who are going to break this fight down and show how it can be done. But I will not be on the front lines.
We're gonna. I thought we're gonna stream it when the event drops.
Why are you making things up?
Are we not?
No, we're not.
I'm going to sleep. The fuck?
What do you mean? No, you were looking forward to it. You're like, why doesn't content drop on Wednesday and Sunday so we can just chat on stream?
4K, he got you there.
Wednesday, yeah.
4K.
This Wednesday.
Do you know, personally, I think I'm going to use Vincent to carry Yuffie through this.
I see. Because you can water enchant Vincent's follow-ups, bro. That's the thing. Jin Lee, where you at, bro?
Ink, are you not going to stream tonight? Is it because I said to throw hands?
No.
Why are you making stuff
stream
up?
what? I don't stream anything. I join people on
I think
chats.
that's what he's
But
implying, but he's
am-
not being direct about. He's asking you to join his stream if he runs the event. Mino, are you going to stream the event?
No, I'm not going to stream. I'm tired.
Son,
If
look at this fucking dude.
That's typical me now. I'm doing
Vincent
doing
is
a
synergy,
voice.
isn't he?
He is synergy. And Kane. Kane synergy. You get your mans.
Except, isn't Dullahan launch immune?
I think so.
That's just
I don't know anything. I purposely did not look up anything about this fight because I just don't care. Unless if they're not gonna take away the cheese. I'm just gonna say that definitively. We're gonna be able to cheese it. I'm saying that right now. If I'm wrong,
it's
my dick. I don't know.
Very strange if they decide to change it.
That would require effort on.
They're not changing it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They've never changed anything. This would be a precedent, like the first thing.
Yeah.
My dog is he is sleeping right now because I was a good person and I took him. I played with him for like 3 hours in a row.
No.
Dude was exhausted after. So yeah, he's sleeping.
Launch and delay. Yeah, this has been the anti-airlines month, but thankfully it's kind of over after this point. Alexander, which is pretty restrictive. Actually, yeah, there's like a gauntlet of just like bullshit fights coming up. Really,
no more launch immunity. We can finally start using Sid Reigns again.
Even delay.
For all the people that are skipping Mog because he comes back on Sid Reigns.
That's such a goofy thing. Like, you're not pulling for Mog then, bro. Get real. You're getting. I guess maybe I could have worded my poll better, but maybe people are saying that like I'd be okay getting Mog's LD going for Reigns, but if you get Reigns before Mog, are you gonna keep pulling? 99, actually 100% of y'all are. The answer is no. The answer is just no.
The dumbest analogy I could think of is
here we go.
Trying to catch, like saying like, hey, I'm not going to catch this Diglett here in Pokemon because it comes back with a Mewtwo. So I'm just not going to get it right now. I'll get it later. And you're
that wasn't
the dumbest analogy I could think of.
I hate you.
You should have kept that one in the drafts.
I hate you.
Should have kept that one in the drafts.
That's fine. That's fine. I don't care. They're not all hits, right? That's fine. There may be
none
one
of them
person
are
that laughs. If you laugh,
make yourself laugh.
Put Diglett in the hashtag Diglett in the comments.
No, Boris,
If I got even one person to smile, I'd be glad.
Boo! You stink. Boo! Okay, we are falling apart now. Let's get some closing thoughts in so I can go to sleep. And by go to sleep, I mean do the chapter and not actually go to sleep.
You're gonna do the chapter? You're not gonna stream it?
No, I don't stream this game.
Used to.
Why would you stream auto plussing through like every fucking like what?
That's boring.
I want to see it.
No. Okay. Closing thoughts, Mino. Go.
Shit, I fucked. I was trying to ask.
God, stop doing Diglett in chat, guys. You idiots. Anyone says Diglett's getting banned. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Go ahead, guys. Go ahead.
Premium Diglett is that Diglett form with the hair. Was it a lowland?
Don't entertain him. God.
I think we're gonna see everybody in an hour, right?
No.
What do you mean no?
Streaming.
What? You just said you're not streaming. What are you talking about?
Are you gonna be there, Ink?
I am doing a voice chat pull battle with Dreamy.
That didn't answer his question. Would you go there afterwards?
That didn't answer
Afterward,
my question.
Yeah, but if I'm still chatting with Dreamy, then no.
So your answer is, when I finish with Dreamy, I will join you, provided you are streaming.
Thank you. Sure.
Just making sure.
You're clearly thinking just fine, by the way, BC.
I'm what?
You're thinking just fine. You just formed a perfectly good sentence for me. I appreciate it.
Oh no, I'm running on Steam right now. I'm shaky. I'm a mess. Representing the Diglett community. Why aren't you banned yet, Pikachu? God damn it! Along Diglett. Okay. Any more closing thoughts, Mino?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay, yeah, good. Shut up. Necklord?
I just don't have many thoughts anyway. So.
Good. Not surprised. Ink?
Mog is gem worthy and not gem and ticket worthy. No one in the game is gem and ticket worthy.
Not even Terra?
No.
I see. Do you have a burst yet?
No.
I see. All right, good luck.
Wait, are you pulling for the burst here? Is that what's happening?
No, I gemmed Terra, I gemmed Deuce, I pitied Deuce, I still don't have her damn BT, so I'm gonna pull Mog, and if I still don't get it, then I'm gonna have to token it. Yeah.
Gems for Mog?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Salt
of course.
Nero banned.
I'm double purpling Pain for his sphere, for his E-sphere.
Oh my. I mean, I guess you have enough ingots to not like. You know.
I have so many
really
freaking ingots.
Yeah.
And dupe purples cost 1 book and 1 ingot, and I've got like 33 books and probably like 12 ingots and 200 EXs sitting around. Like, who cares? If you've been around long enough, if you're a new player, you should not dupe purple anything.
Absolutely not.
If you've been around since the beginning or toward the beginning of the Chaos era starting and getting EX Plus, you've got so many resources.
Assuming you've been keeping it consistently, of course.
Yeah.
Even then, it's still risky because the optics of like reworks, ruining sphere setups and stuff. Like, this is one of the reasons I'm just fucking desperate for them to just at least show what the fuck the Cyan rework / LD is going to be, because I want to put the 3rd Leo sphere on it. I really want to do it, but I know the moment I fucking do it, they're going to come up with this rework and he's going to be AOE. And I'm gonna be really sad.
They did that with Noel. They gave him AoE brave hits, and like, oh
yeah.
Necklord, I'm gonna put money down right now. He's gonna get splash on everything.
What? But single target brave. Yeah. Like, I don't know.
Mog is Pog. We don't say Pog here. We say premium. Paul Garland and says he's trash. I see. Ink referred to Pain as a he. Is there something I don't? I think he misspoke. Oh,
I don't think I said he. I was talking about Mog.
Yes.
I don't think I was
putting Pain Sphere on the he as in Mog. I see. Selfish DPS is indeed trash, except Squall. Squall and Lightning are good, and so is Sid Reigns. I purple for those premium spheres. I've got enough books to 0 to 3 every unique. Why am I reading chat? I said I was gonna close out.
Yeah, I know.
You love it, BC. You love chat.
I hate chat and the Diglett. Y'all are hideous.
How do you catch a Diglett with a Mewtwo? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
I'm losing brain power thinking about that. Hashtag
like,
premium throw hands with premium Diglets. That's my closing thoughts. Don't close. I'm falling apart. Y'all don't want me dead. You know how behind in content I want to make I am. It's horrible. Premium chat reading, goofballs. Yeah. Any last thoughts, guys?
Nah,
shoot this stream in the head.
We're good. This has been great. This is a fun one.
Yes. All right. Okay. This has been the Ranting Hour again. If you're at the end and you're watching the VOD, be sure to like the video, subscribe, join the TCC Discord so you can chat with all of us. I don't know what else. Whatever. This has been a good stream.